Hey, what's up friends? You get Gypsy back here today with week 12 of the NPL. This is the last week of the regular season before playoffs commence. Up against my boy Sebastian, aka Top-Tier-Boii. So going into this week, Sebastian and I discussed in advance of having like a meme match, a fun match. Reason being, we actually faced round one of the playoffs. We've both clinched. We've both clinched our playoff spots. So we're locked into facing round one, so unless there was some ridiculous like 6-0 here, I think, which obviously wouldn't happen because of the teams we were supposed to be bringing, but of course, we're not going to want to reveal our real teams for playoffs, by bringing good teams and potentially good strats in this meaningless week 12 game. So yeah, we agreed we'd have a fun one. We said to each other that we'd bring memes. So obviously, we've brought the heat, which I'll go into in a sec. Unfortunately, my boy forgot that we were bringing memes a bit and just brought a standard team. So unfortunate in that sense, but it's whatever. Like, it's all good. It's not a big deal. But anyway, going to the team that I've brought today, we have basically dual screens, Memento, Uxie with rocks, get up rocks, pressure his team from not being able to defog. His defogger is either Finny or Sizzle, and we have ways of pressuring that. So the basic game plan here is set up rocks, set up screens, Memento into stuff like SD, Shaman. The kind of meme of my team, the kind of meme theme, I guess you could say, is triple natural gift users. So I have natural gift fire on the Shaman plus SD to take out Sizz. I've got natural gift ice on Infernape, which Oko's a offensive non-Yachi Gliscor. It kills like a defensive Gliscor after it comes in on rocks and takes like a little bit of chip. So if it comes in on Flablets, he's going to die to a natural gift ice. Then I have my natural gift fighting Zapdos. So this actually, with the investment that I have, Oko's like ban Tita, Oko's Tyranitar without like a ton of health investment. Literally Oko, so I don't even need to get rocks up. If he somehow defogs rocks, I can Oko this thing with natural gift fighting, so that's pretty tight. Then we have just a kind of slowish guard, but like pretty strong, just fire off Hyper Voices, got HP 5 for this is. And then we have my dog trio to trap things like the Raikou. So yeah, pretty fun team. Not really sure what my thoughts going into the match, looking at his team. Obviously, like, I was expecting memes, so didn't really know what to expect. Thought maybe some like SD pass, like some like weird baton pass Gliscor, or even like just double dance. He could be anything on Volk, like some like specs or like U-turn set. I don't know, maybe like physical Raikou. I don't know, maybe like specs Zydogue. Like, we were bringing memes, so like I didn't really know what to expect. But either way, leading off with Uxie and just setting up rocks and getting up my screens ASAP is the game plan. So you're gonna see we lead off with Uxie, so he leads off with his Raikou. So he's gonna go for the Carmine this turn, as I'm gonna set up a light screen. So this is fine. I got a light screen up, so I'm essentially at +1. He's at +1, but with my screens up, I'm essentially at +1 Spit F over his special attack. So I can comfortably set up my rocks, set up my reflect, and then proceed to Memento. Even if he 2-KOs me, which he won't, because I'm max HP, and I don't somehow get off the Memento. If I get crit, at least I've set up both my screens and rocks, and I can proceed to go into something like Dougie or Shaman to start setting up. So he's going to go for the Shoutout here and get a huge turn 2 crit, so 92%. Obviously, that crit is going to be extremely important, as you're going to see. So yeah, shoutouts to my luck this season in the NPL, getting hacked as per usual. What do you expect? You're going to see how important that was as we get into the match. But yeah, I'm going to have to let Uxie go down here, so don't get set my reflect. Very, very unfortunate, and I do get up my rocks, which is nice. Now I'm going to go into Shaman, and this is where the set is going to come through. So he's going to be scared out, and he's going to go out into his Sizz. This is a potential free defog for him if he is defog Sizz, so I can definitely understand this play, as I'm going to SD, and I'm just going to fire off the natural gift and wipe this Sizz from the earth. So that's one of the big threats. That crit was meaningless, even if he was like max HP. Shaman's strong. I'm like adamant, so adamant plus 2. I have over 600 attack, so pretty nice. He's going to bring in his Gliscor, and you're going to see how important this Reflect would have been. He's going to go for the U-turn, revealing he is a very fast Gliscor. So that U-turn did 36, so keep that in mind. I'm going to fire for Seed Bomb, as this is going to do a ton to whatever wants to come in. But he goes into his Volcarona, which reveals to be like max HP, max defense. A pretty nice check to a lot of stuff on my team, so I can definitely understand this bring. It's like Volk matches up amazingly versus my team. As he's going to now die to a Zen Headbutt from my Shaman as we do outspeed, given that he's like a defensive set. He's now going to go into this Gliscor, so had I had my Reflect up, I would have taken around 18 from that U-turn, so I would have had been able to chew these U-turns even better. But he's going to go for a U-turn here. He's going to crit me again. Yeah, so he's going to go into his Raikou and he's going to drop to this Seed Bomb. So Shaman is just picking up kills left, right, center. Obviously, like with the Reflect up, I would have been at a far greater amount of health. I would have been able to live. I would have still had. Let me see. Yeah, so I kill the Volk here. He goes for U-turn here. The screen fades this turn as he goes into Raikou. So Reflect would have still been up at this point, meaning at this point in the game I still would have had a Reflect up. I would have been at a far higher amount of health, given that I would have not been taking 36% from the Reflex. I would have been taking like 18. And I would have been at a range of health where even an Outrage from this Zygarde couldn't have killed me. So yeah, obviously crits are crits. As now he is going to take me out with 1,000 arrows. This means that like had he taken me out, had I been at a higher amount of health, he would have been forced to go for the Outrage there, which would have meant Gardevoir netted a kill there, even if he did crit my Shaman behind the Reflect. So yeah, very, very lame. As Dougie's going to come in now, I'm going to have to get some chip off on this Zygarde. I knew Earthquake wouldn't kill, but I need to put him in range to die to my Infernape if he does want to leave it in, as Dougie's going to go down in vain. Obviously, it wasn't really doing much to Finny or Gliscor, so you know, it was a necessary sack at that point. I'm going to bring in Infernape here and just fire for Muck Punch, just in case he did want to stay in there. He could have. He knows I like to play aggressive, so sometimes Seb likes to like play aggressive versus my aggressive predictions. But now he's going to go into his Finny on the Mac Punch, which is all good, as I'm going to be scared out here. Nothing I have can kill it from this range of health. I'm going to go out to my Zapdos here, my physical Zapdos, as he's going to fire for Surf, and we chew that reasonably comfy, as I can just go for the Wild Charge here, as it's going to do a ton. Obviously we're going to be taking the Recoil, which is unfortunate, but it's going to be doing a nice chunk to the Finny, as I do get the Salic Berry boost. Salic Berry was the natural gift berry I needed for natural gift fighting to Oko the Tyranitar, but obviously he didn't bring it, so Salic actually comes in useful here in a sense, as it does force him to bring in Gliscor as opposed to going into Zygarde. But I'm going to switch out here. The reason I switch out is if he's like a Double Dance variant, I don't have Hidden Power Ice in my set, so if he wants to Agility, like if he's like Double Dance, he can, like my Drill Pecks won't be doing much. Drill Peck is like the best thing I have to hit this Gliscor. Again, you know, meme team. So I can't really let this thing set up if he's like a setup variant. And I go into my guard here knowing that if he does set up here, I can tank at least one Earthquake after he goes for the Agility, and I can proceed to knock him out with Hyper Voice. But he's going to Stone Edge, and he's going to do a ton to my guard, as now we will get taken out by an Earthquake crit. This is alright though, because I can bring in Infernape here and just fire for the natural gift, but he is a Yachi Berry variant, so nice prep in that sense, and Nape is going to go down, and Zapdos is going to go down to the Stone Edge. So that is, yeah, very, I'm not going to lie, like this game was decided by the turn 2 crit on Shaman. Had I had my Reflect up, I would have literally netted another kill with Shaman versus his team, and even if he did somehow Oko my Shaman with Zygarde with Outrage, like if he crit me through Reflect, Guard literally netted a kill there, and I would have been able to pressure the rest of his team with Zapdos, Infernape and Guard. So yep. Shoutouts to Mons for ruining what should have been a fun game with my boy. It was obviously still fun. It's just like, you know, like it's whatever, like I'm used to the hacks by now. I just get lucked every single week it seems, but it was still a fun game. I know Seb felt really bad after the match, but you know, it's out of his control. I mean, I think he was referring to not bringing a meme team, but the hacks was definitely out of his control. Not his fault at all. We should have a fun one in playoffs in round 1, so get hyped for that. That should be a good one. I know obviously we're going to be both bringing serious teams that game, so that'll be definitely something to look forward to. Will be interesting to see how we go with that. I mean, obviously the matchup is, I want to say it's kind of even on both sides. Like, both of us have things to pressure one another's team. Both of us have things that check each other's team. So yeah, it should be an interesting game. Looking forward to it. Definitely go and check out Seb's side of the match. This match is super late. I know we actually played, like, we were both super busy and we had other stuff going on. We ended up playing like really late, like the week after or something like that. So yeah, whenever Seb puts up his video, go and check it out for sure. I'll leave Seb's link in the description for those of you guys who aren't for some reason subscribed to him. Go check him out. He's my boy and he makes some amazing edits. He's a really funny dude, so go and check him out, and a great player. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did, and let me know what you thought of the memes and the team in the regular season in the comments. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys next time. We got OST content coming up, more Draft League, more ITL. I've just been super busy, but yeah, we have a nice ITL game coming up. Obviously March Madness will be hype. That's starting in like 5 days time, so I'm just in the process of building for that. That'll be good fun, and yeah, a lot of good stuff to look forward to. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time.